Welcome back to another episode of Metropolis' fourth highest rated web series about vicious mercenary murders. Galea Kills Everything. It's the only YouTube channel where Galea kills everything. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Luthor Genetech, your friendly family home for extralegal genetic manipulation in the greater Metropolis area for over 30 years. Ask about the Bizarro Baker's Dozen deal. So, on to new and different things. Tonight, our inimitable heroine shall be fighting a fresh off the Nightmare Tree Farm undead plant monster thing called the Corrupted Leshy. This is usually where I tell you the origin story of the thing we're about to kill, but I'd be lying if I said I knew what its origin story actually was. Pretty sure this is either a very angry logjam possessed by the spirits of the undead, or a direct byproduct of unprotected between Nekron and Swamp Thing, and at least 75% of the secret reason that they don't talk on the phone anymore. Swampy, you could do better, girl. Kick him to the curb. This is also probably the least visually intimidating open world bounty since Starro. That initial impression isn't altogether inaccurate. Being brand new and likely still above your current CR, the Corrupted Leshy is still potentially dangerous, just not calculated dangerous. So, here we go. The fighting style it uses is patterned off of earlier game large tree enemies whose fighting style is basically brawling. I'm not going to speak for or against counter game in this fight, mostly because you're going to be moving non-stop in order to prevent the damage output from accidentally turning you into a fine red mist. Plant Man hits hard, it adds up. Its main range attack is actually easier to spot than it is to avoid. It picks up a big boulder, it throws the big boulder at you. It's not immediately fatal, it is something to look out for, but maybe not stress about. The Corrupted Leshy's dangerous ability attacks all revolve around ads. This is where crowd control and spatial awareness are going to come into play. I do recommend an area of effect friendly loadout, because although neither of these enemies is immediately fatal by themselves, neither of them show up alone. The first type of ad it summons is the Corrupted Sporling. You've seen some version of these before in a lot of different places. They're very similar in function to the Metal Spores and the Metal Man-Bat fight in Metal Gotham. It's a floating spiky chunk of evil plant mass that does non-stop AoE damage. They move very fast, but the damage they do is pretty stern and the fields overlap, so you will want to avoid them or take them out. As long as you kite the edges of the grove around the area the fight takes place in, you'll be fine. They do get close, kill them, but be aware that they are still quite durable and may take a moment to dispatch. Don't get in a situation where you have 4 of them on you at the same time. The second type of added summons are sorrow constructs, which are angry little tree golems fueled by the awesome power of morbid depression. Kill these on sight if you're solo, they will start humping your leg until you're dead if you don't. Since the Leshy summons around 8 of them at a time, your attacks add up very fast. I'm going to speed the rest of the video up now so you're not sitting here watching me fight this thing for the next 25 minutes. Welcome. The final takeaway regarding the Leshy is this. It's beefy, but it's not impossible to beat. Just stick and move, and then keep moving. This bounty is worth 8 marks, currently in specialty currency, and a large reward box for each kill, and there are multiple counter beats attached to this bounty. Go get them.
towards that. Sometimes I feel like I belong, I've been serious, but I know I belong amongst my friends.